Hello everybody, it's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another video. Today's video is going to be a meal prep video focusing on lots of delicious, healthy, well-balanced, and high-protein vegan meal ideas. Today I will be using many products from Thrive Market, who is today's sponsor. If you are unfamiliar with Thrive Market, they're an online wholesale retailer that specializes in natural and organic items. These items are sold at 25 to 50% off retail value, and they have a very large vegan product range, which makes me very happy. For an annual membership fee of $60, you will have access to their discounted prices. But today, guys, you can try out this website for free and also get an extra 25% off your first order. So if you are interested in trying out Thrive Market, don't forget to click the link below to get that free trial plus 25% off. Thank you so much to Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get on with our meal prep. First thing I'm going to show you guys is probably my new favorite thing, which is a tofu and cashew stir fry. We are going to start off by making some rice. I'm actually mixing this short grain brown rice with this wild blend rice, both of which I got on Thrive Market. Sometimes I like to mix different kinds of rice, especially wild rice with brown rice, because I like the different textures and I feel like I'm just getting more nutrients. I don't know, maybe not. So we're going to cook that, and while we're cooking, we are going to chop some tofu. We're going to cut up an extra firm tofu block into bite-sized pieces, and then on a non-stick pan, we're going to add a little bit of oil and we're going to drop that tofu in, guys. We're going to use medium-high heat for this, and we're going to just lay it flat, and the trick is to let it cook for a few minutes before moving it around. So I like to just kind of make sure that everything is touching the pan and then just let it cook while we're doing everything else. And if you guys don't know anything about tofu, I do have a tofu video available on my channel. Link is below. So while the tofu is cooking, you can actually chop your veggies. I'm using quite a few veggies for this. I'm chopping some broccoli and also some cauliflower. I also have some bell pepper, some onion, and even some carrots. Now you can use whatever veggies you want. I generally just use whatever is in my fridge and would be good for a stir fry. Oh, I'm also using celery. Yay! I love celery. If you're feeling lazy, you can just throw in some frozen veggies. And now let's get on with the sauce. We are going to be using liquid aminos. This is basically a gluten-free version of soy sauce. You can of course just use soy sauce if you prefer. I'm going to throw in some raw almond butter. You can also use peanut butter if you want. I decided to use almond butter because that's what I had. I'm also going to add in some minced ginger, some rice vinegar, maple syrup, and we're going to throw in some garlic powder. This is from Simply Organic. I got this from Thrive Market. Now, if you are lazy to grate or mince your ginger, you can use ground ginger, but I really like the taste of fresh ginger, guys. And here is the beautiful tofu. As you can see, it is nicely golden brown on most sides. So I try to toss it once in a while once it gets golden brown. It doesn't have to be perfect though. So after the tofu is cooked, I'm just going to set it aside, and in the same pan, we're going to start off with the onions and carrots. We're just going to cook that for a little bit. Sometimes I like to add a splash of water to quicken the cooking process. So after a couple minutes, we're going to throw in the rest of the veggies, and we're just going to stir that around and let that cook. I would advise covering it up so that it steams nicely and cooks. And once that's done, I am going to basically add in everything. So we're going to add in that tofu, then we're going to add in some raw cashews. I got this from Thrive Market. Love these cashews. So good. We're going to throw that in there. We're also going to throw in that sauce and mix everything very well. Now guys, this is where you can give this a taste and adjust the flavors as you wish. If you think it's not as salty, add more soy sauce. If you want it more sweet, add more maple syrup. It's optional, it's up to you. I had to adjust the seasonings a bit. I did adjust them in the recipe, so you will get the final recipe with the adjustments on them. And here is the final dish. And at this point, the rice should be done. And for those of you that are wondering why I didn't use a rice cooker, there was already rice in the rice cooker and I just couldn't be bothered to take it out, so that's why. Next, we're going to be making a one-pot quinoa and black bean dish. Now, this was a very random dish. I'm using red quinoa. This I got from Thrive Market. You can use any kind of quinoa you wish. I'm just going to add 1 cup of quinoa into a non-stick pan along with the appropriate amount of water, and I'm going to let that come to a boil. Now, originally, I was going to make a vegan quinoa salad type thing, and I decided against it, and I decided I'm just going to use whatever I had and make like a one-pot quinoa dish. So I am cutting up some eggplant at this point because I have some eggplant in my fridge, you know. Next, I'm going to cut up a tomato. Now, I would have liked to add more tomato if I had more, but it's all I had. So we're just going to quickly throw these into the pan along with the quinoa. Now, I would have preferred to just throw everything in and then let it all come to a boil at one time, but because I decided totally last minute, that did not happen. For seasonings, I'm adding veggie broth powder, oregano, crushed red chili peppers, and some garlic powder, and then we're going to mix that well. For more protein into this dish, I'm adding an entire can of black beans, and this is totally optional and unnecessary, but I had some olives in the fridge, so I'm just throwing that in there as well. And then we can finally bring that mixture to a boil, cover it up, and let it simmer for about 20 minutes until the quinoa is cooked. And once everything was cooked, I decided to last minute just add in some leftover pasta sauce. This is going to bring out more flavor, which is why I did that, because I thought it was a bit plain before. As you can see, I totally winged this recipe and just made things up as I went, and it worked out great because it still tasted really good. You can of course add in other seasonings, make it your own, just have fun with it, okay? And last but not least, we are going to be making a chickpea and hearts of palm ceviche. So delicious, so fresh, so healthy. So we are going to be seeding a jalapeno, just taking out the inside so it's not super spicy. And then we're also going to cut up some bell pepper into small pieces. And we're also going to cut up that jalapeno into very small pieces as well. And we also have some cucumber, which we will also chop into very small pieces. And do you see a pattern here? We're going to chop some red onion into very small pieces and some cilantro, of course. Skip the cilantro if you are one of those weird people that don't like cilantro, but I love cilantro, so the more cilantro, the better. And now for the magical ingredient, we are going to be using hearts of palm. I'm using a can of organic hearts of palm from Thrive Market. I'm going to chop it up into small pieces. Chop them up into small pieces. Let's use proper English. So the reason why I'm using this is because A, these are delicious. Hearts of palm is my new obsession. I literally ate this like every single day when I was in Mexico. And they also give a seafoody like flavor, so it's perfect for a ceviche dish. I'm adding here a can of chickpeas because I wanted some more protein so that we can make this into a more filling salad. And I'm also adding the juice of 2 limes here. Oh, I decided to also add in a tomato, chopped tomato. And let's mix that well. After we've mixed everything really well, we're just going to add in some avocado and just gently mix that, and there you have your hearts of palm and chickpea ceviche. This is so refreshing and delicious. You can add a little bit of salt and pepper if you wish, but honestly, the lime juice and the hearts of palm already have a lot of flavor, so you wouldn't need too much more. So there you have a very delicious salad, and you can eat this on its own. You can eat it with some tortilla chips, which is what I did, and it was so good. You can also eat it with some greens if you wish. And there you have it, guys. Those are the 3 different vegan dishes that you can eat throughout the week. These would probably last about 3 to 4 days in the fridge. I would finish up the salad first and foremost because they are fresh veggies. And the containers I'll be using are also from Thrive Market. I'm so excited for these. I have the stainless steel 2-layered container. We also have these 3 different sized containers. And yeah, it's just going to be so beautiful. And I'm just very excited. I get excited for this kind of stuff. Anyways. I really hope you guys enjoyed this meal prep. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And I would like to thank Thrive Market once again for very kindly sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check them out. You'll get 25% off your first order plus free trial. So link is down below, my friends. If you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.